Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm Sarah, your Christian forgiveness coach, and you're watching Forgive Everything, Everyone, for Everything, Every Day, Right Away. And today I want to talk about your forgiveness practice and having to repeat certain forgives for the same thing over and over again. Now, there's a few reasons that this may be something we need to do that I've learned. One is that it's a practice and we're learning and we're in a learning curve and it takes practice and we're not experts yet. And that's okay. Give yourself some time and grace and patience here. Everyone is different. But if it makes you feel any better, it was very foreign and awkward for me at first. And there are still some things I have to forgive again and again. And we'll talk about that in a sec. So the important thing is do not give up. So one reason, sometimes our brains just like to remind us of the past. Have you ever noticed when you're tired or stressed out that your brain will offer up everything you think that's ever gone wrong in the past, like while you're lying in bed trying to go to sleep at night? Nothing has gone wrong here. It's okay. Just acknowledge it and forgive it again. It doesn't mean you didn't forgive it already the first time. It may just be your brain reminding you and trying to keep you safe, and you can override it and you can forgive it again, and it's okay. Another reason you may have to keep on forgiving is that that person keeps on doing what they're doing, and we keep on getting offended by it. Now, the goal is to no longer be offended by it, even if they keep doing it. The goal is to forgive everyone for everything every day right away, right? But if they keep doing it, what do? Well, we make it a little bit more complicated than it is. It's not that complicated. We make it complicated. We just keep forgiving and blessing. Don't forget that blessing part. Intercede for them. Take it to God, the rightful owner. It's his job to talk to them, not us. He's the giver of truth, not us. If they're not listening yet, our job is to keep forgiving and blessing. Okay? In Matthew 18, remember, Peter asks Jesus, how many times do I have to forgive my brother who sins against me? Up to 7 times? And Peter's probably thinking, geez, 7 times, that's actually pretty forgiving, right? It's more than enough. 7 times, come on, that's being generous, don't you think? But what does Jesus say? 70 times 7. In other words, as many times as it takes. There is no limit. So forgive until it's complete. There's no number attached to it. So it's something that I need to do often when I'm struggling with forgiving is I need to check my motives when I'm doing my forgiveness work. What are my motives? Am I asking God to change this person so I can feel better? Am I like, Lord, please make him or her like this or that so I can stop suffering? Sorry, folks, that's doing it wrong. That's with the wrong motive. So doing this practice with the wrong motive isn't forgiveness. I will sometimes find myself listing all the things that I forgive my husband for, and I can feel it, right? I can feel that it's the wrong motive because I'm not at peace. I'm still mad, and I just want him to quit doing what he's doing and change his behavior so he stops making me mad, right? So the truth is, we're called to suffer. What was done to Jesus is now done to us. We are bearing it and we're earning our stripes, so to speak, anytime someone hurts us, and it's our job to forgive them. And when we forgive them, we are in obedience and our prayers are heard. So when I'm having trouble and my motives are off, I need to address the offense first. I need to clean that up before I can forgive. I need to process my emotions before I can forgive. And sometimes this happens quickly, and sometimes it takes a little while. And it's kind of fascinating how sometimes my brain wants to be right more than it wants to be at peace. Have you ever noticed that? Does your brain ever do that? We say we just want peace, but it's like we fight it. We argue. We want to prove our point. We want to prove our innocence if we've been accused. We want to defend ourselves. But I know that I've forgiven when I'm at peace about it. When I can feel love again and not offended, when I can feel compassion again and not judgment or anger. But if you're like me and sometimes you find it hard to forgive quickly still, please don't be hard on yourself for that. It does not help you move forward. Just acknowledge it and work on it. When I'm tired and I don't feel well, I'm resisting and I don't want to forgive. I want to fight because I'm already in that fight or flight mode. So it kind of makes sense, right? When I'm stressed, I'm in fight or flight mode, and that makes forgiveness work a lot harder for me anyway. So if I'm already in that fight or flight mode, I just either fight or I flight. I argue or I shut down. I have to address the cause of the stress and deal with that, process that before I can even begin to address my forgiveness work. So, as an example, yesterday my husband and I got into it about something, and I was already in fight or flight mode. So, that conversation was going to go nowhere good on my part. So, I don't really need to put all my focus into forgiving him for whatever little offense happened in that particular moment. I needed to find and address the bigger problem. And sometimes my bigger problem is a deeper unforgiveness issue. Or if it is just stress, like over my health or I'm tired, I need to address that. So, again, for example, right now, like I have a new diagnosis from my doctor since I last spoke, and I'm stressing about it. I haven't really processed it, and that's okay. Like, I don't have enough information. I'm working on it. But I notice now that everything is stressing me out, like beyond what is normal for me. So I need to do my work on that. So I've been asking myself, why a lot lately? Like, why? Why am I stressed? And when I'm stressed, I don't love. Like my brain thinks I simply cannot. But the truth is, I don't want to. So why? I think it's because when I'm feeling when I'm feeling stressed or unwell, I only want to receive love. Like I don't want to have to expend energy to give it. But I ask myself again, why? That three-letter word with a question mark on the end is really powerful. Why? And so I think for me, it's because it's exhausting and I'm already on an empty tank. So then I asked myself, how can I fill my own tank? I can rest, I can ask for more help, I can certainly communicate to my husband that I'm not feeling well, but I'm working on it, and I can let him know it's not him, even when it feels like it is him. It's not, it's me and it's what's going on with me. So here is a really important note. Why do I not care about his feelings during that time? It's because I'm resisting my own. If you find yourself saying that forgiveness prayer through somewhat gritted teeth, been there, done that, just notice its resistance. You haven't released the emotion behind it completely yet. So do that work. Do your thought downloads, separate that story from fact, process those emotions. I've done episodes on these things. Go back to those episodes on those topics if you need a refresher course. Don't feel bad if you do. I still need refresher courses all the time. So nowadays, where I am in my forgiveness practice is I just notice, this one's taken a while. And I'll ask myself, why? Why do I not feel like forgiving right now? Because forgiving is always the best option. Love is always the best option. So why am I resisting that? And sometimes I'm just tired. I don't feel like it. I'm being stubborn, I'm being kind of righteous, I'm being disobedient. And I imagine God looks down on me like a father would, right? Like a father watching his daughter having a bit of a tantrum about something. And he's watching me with that kind of like all knowing, understanding smile. It's not condescending, it's loving and it's compassionate because he gets it. And in his eyes, there's also like that little look, that like all knowing twinkle in his eyes. Like he knows how this all turns out. He knows I'm going to come around. I'm going to figure it out. And you know what? Deep down, I know that too. So have patience and grace for yourself through this process. You've got this, no matter how many times you have to practice. Practicing is a gift. Use it. Don't give up. I am right here with you and I'm not giving up. Be obedient. It's for us to be so. God wants us to love because it's for us. Don't fight against that. Don't fight against it by being hard on yourself. Love. Don't fight against it by not forgiving. Be obedient, and I promise you'll feel better when you do. That is taking care of you. All right. Until next time. Bye.